Welcome back. Well, being a mum is a busy yet fulfilling journey, and along the way you can get so caught up in caring for everyone else that you forget to take care of yourself.
That is true. And now Monique van Tulder is helping mums break it down with a guide to a grown-up's gap year. Here it is. Look at that. And Monique joins us now to give us the best well-being tips and tricks. Monique, I mean, it's a good idea, a gap year for mums. So when did you do yours?
Look, it's a catchy title. I'm going to be honest with you. Hopefully everyone will pick it up off the shelves because I see a grown-up's gap year, and yes, we do all want to escape.
Yeah.
But really what it's about is creating space in a packed life. When someone's got a lot on their plate...
You're not asking mum to leave home for a year?
No, we're not asking mum to leave home for a year. I did run
But
away
you
from my
left
family, I did.
How long?
Look, I did leave for 8 months, but my kids were older. They'd just left school. And I thought that would be the end of the runway and then it would be my time. And it wasn't. And everyone's staying home a lot longer now. Cost of living, etc. The kidults are in the nest. So I did take off for a while.
Good.
Not conceivable for everybody, but I did.
You see your kids, you're on your own.
Absolutely.
I like the idea, though. Like, instead of them having a gap year, you had one.
I did, yeah, exactly.
Now, in the book, though, you break it up into seasons.
Yes.
How come?
Why did I do that? Because, again, to my point, it's not for everybody and we're all in different circumstances. And I felt that someone could pick up the book and just say, look, I have my health and wellbeing in the bag, but I do need a bit of space. So then I sort of just broke it into just different tips and tricks and handy hints, I call it, for midlife predominantly. But really, I have women aged 30 and 40 just saying, I hadn't really thought about putting my own oxygen mask on first. And this is what I need to do. We hear it when we fly, we just don't do it in our own
And so if you can't make a full year or 8 months or even a season, how can your mums get out there and make space for themselves, either week to week or day to day?
Absolutely. And look, a year, it's ongoing. Looking after ourselves is ongoing. So day to day, things like when you have tiny children, and anyone watching that has little children at home, this isn't necessarily going to work. But in the morning, can you get up 15 minutes early and put a do not disturb on your time and just say, I'm going to have a coffee, I'm going to sit in the sun, raining today, sit outside, whatever, sit inside. Just give yourself little pockets. Don't, it doesn't have to be in a bath or, find your only space in the loo. Just be really clear with your family and everyone that you care for. This is my time. Small little things.
Smart.
Go for a walk, whatever, go to the gym.
Yeah, and if you've given yourself that small amount of time, you're better off, and you're better at doing your job for everyone else.
Absolutely, and the rest can flow from there because we won't get into mental load because it's a Monday morning and it's a happy thing. But we've had Mother's Day yesterday and Carers Day.
Well, how can we tick off that mental to-do list day to day to make it easier for mums out there?
Okay, how long have we got?
I know.
And it's a societal thing, and I'm married to a gorgeous, kind, gentle man.
Well done.
But, yeah, well done indeed. That's right. Maybe he's watching, so I said I'd be kind.
Yeah, he appreciates that.
Yeah, but I mean, the reality is he has no problem with walking out the door and going off on a golf holiday and saying, goodbye.
Right.
See you later. For me, it was Excel spreadsheets and the freezer was full, and then there's always one ear on the phone. So I think the point of the grown-ups gap year really works when you have older children. But meanwhile, in the build-up is just be very, very clear. My 22-year-old son on the way here said, Mum, I think when I start a long-term relationship, we're going to have to sit down and talk about who has what in their head.
God, I thought you were going to say about the birds and the bees. And that would have been a frightening reversal.
I don't know. No, I don't know. Benjamin would be watching. But yes, so yeah, it's just being clear, boundary setting. And it's easier said than done, but it's every day a little bit of time for yourself and being very, very clear.
It's really important for mums to prioritise themselves.
Thanks,
Monique.
Thank you very much.
And Monique's book, A Grown-Up's Gap Year, is available for purchase now.